Heyo! I don't know what it is about every time I want to take a YouTube video, but every time I do, I'm always sick. And like, I don't know why I just suddenly get a hankering to take a video when I'm sick, but I do. That's why I sound like a little munchkin from Wizard of Oz, if you're wondering. So this video might be a little bit annoying. I'm gonna attempt. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna attempt to wait. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm on a bike, but I'm totally gonna die if I try to do this. It's so cold. Like, this is the worst thing for me to be doing, considering I have a cold and it's freezing outside. But I totally crashed into the wall. Trying to stop. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's recording. Okay. This camera is so weird. Sometimes it doesn't record, and I've like said all this stuff. So I got to meet David Archuleta a couple days ago. Well, yes, it was a couple days ago. And look at the pony. Wait, oh god, what are you doing? So yeah, I got to meet David Archuleta a couple days ago, which is really fun, and I was looking on YouTube for a song from that performance, or from that night that I didn't record. I was realizing that there is literally no videos that anybody's posted, and I'm sure there will be, but just nobody's posted it yet. And so I thought I would kind of post all the videos that I have, but also just kind of tell the story of how it all went down. I keep hearing, sorry, I keep hearing stuff. Anyways, yeah, I just thought I would talk about how everything happened. So stay tuned if you want to see the videos and my story. So, me and my mom ended up driving to Atlanta from Chattanooga, Tennessee. We got there a little bit early, but we decided to eat, and then we were supposed to be there at 5:30. So we got there pretty much right at 5:30. We went in. Probably should stop walking. Anyways, we went in, and David had already started sound check, and I was like, what the heck? They told me to be here at 5:30. I went walking in, and people gave us our little tags, and the horse is just looking at me like, why are you doing this? Because I want to. So they gave us their little tags, and we went in and we sat down. David asked us where we were from, and I told him Chattanooga. At first I didn't know if he was talking to me. Like, I was like, wait, why are you talking to me? And, which I know he's just being nice, but so yeah, I told him Chattanooga, and we kept doing sound check and singing, which was fun to see, because I wanted to be in the music business as well. It's fun to see like the terms he was using. Sometimes it's fun to go to concerts for that artist that you want to see, but it's also fun to watch just how, like, I guess, like, the show like comes together, and the technical side of it as well. I kind of get into that as well, and now. I'm not there yet, but I know. I really want drums. I don't think I could do it. I don't have enough, like, I guess, rhythm. Anyways, so after I told him that, he started doing sound check again, and other people came in, and he asked them where they were from, and they were from New Orleans, which was like, geez, like I don't know. I usually travel to concerts that are pretty, like, within like a 3 or 4 hour range. That was kind of cool. Then people started asking him questions, and nobody kind of did anything at first, and I was like, oh god, I was like, I don't want to be the first one to ask him a question. So the lady in front of me went, and she asked him about, like, when he was going to come out with a Spanish album, and he was like, I don't know. He was like, basically like he was working on it. Then he asked again, and I was like, alright, we're gonna go for it. And so I just like raised my hand. I asked him about if he had any advice in the music kind of business, because I had read his book probably around this time last year, And I read the part about him having panic attacks and being scared to go on stage, and that's kind of to the point I am now. I wouldn't say I have panic attacks, but I just feel like I'm not ready, and I don't think I'll ever feel like I'm ready. So it's like pushing yourself past that. I had never sang publicly before I read his book, and realizing that an artist that I look up to a lot had went through being scared too, and still overcame it, and did that kind of stuff really meant a lot to me, because I had this whole idea of thinking that if I love to sing, but if I'm scared to do it, then I'm not meant to do it. And reading that book made me realize that it's okay. Even if you love something, even if you're scared to do it, doesn't mean you're not supposed to, as long as it's good. I don't know. If you're gonna rob a bank, I wouldn't do that. But so after I read his book, I actually went on to sing sort of publicly. I haven't sang at like an actual show, but I went on just like the side of the street and did like a little bit of songs with actually my ukulele, and I sang some of David's, which helped me to kind of come out of my shell, because I was so into like Up All Night at that point. And so I did like a cover of that. I had the greatest response. Everybody was so nice. I even made money. And I actually went on to audition for American Idol, which didn't work out, but that's okay. It was just important for me to try. I never really thought I would make it, past anything, and I did it, but that's okay. It was just like a bucket list thing. Sorry, I know I'm getting like a little bit off track. Whatever, this is supposed to be about David. Anyways, after the book, after I asked him that question about just, how to kind of get over nervousness of performing. Anyways, and he gave me really good advice. He was really genuine, and he was like, just sometimes being nervous can actually help. He's like, it'll never go away, but it can actually help, considering that it'll make you want to do good. But he was like, you need to always stay true to like what I want to do, and not just necessarily what's popular, which I've struggled with that before. There's a lot of music that I like that's not popular, and sometimes I don't always think my voice is just good for like the mainstream pop stuff. I don't know, I don't think it always suits me, and so that was kind of nice to hear him say that, like, just do what you need to do what you gotta do what you want to do music wise, and it'll be okay. And what are you doing? He's dirty. He said that, and then he also said what did he say? He actually ended up telling me about his panic attacks a little bit, and on the inside I was like, I know. I was like, I know, I read your book, I don't know. But I obviously was not going to say that. He told me about those, and then he also told me about, okay, we got it now. He also said that, sometimes maybe I could just, introduce myself or talk about the song that I'm singing before I do it, and kind of, just, I guess, sort of connect with people before you just go straight into just being like, here I am, love me, kind of thing. Which I think that's what's helped him. That's why he always talks and tells his stories. So after that, he answered some more questions, and he went on to start taking pictures. And it was a little fast. Like, I wasn't expecting it to go this fast, so that was kind of interesting. But I drew him a picture, or I drew a picture of him before I even knew I was going to meet him. And a thing of mine is to try to get artists to sign like their drawings. It's just cool to like have that. Like, I only have 2 right now, not including his, so now I'd have 3. I also drew him this painting. And it was a picture of a scene from Numb. It's like at the 143 mark. Probably, yeah, absolutely my favorite music video he's done, and I just thought it was really pretty. And this was actually my first painting. I've wanted to paint for a while, even when I was a kid. That was one of my dreams. I just wanted to be a painter, but I was awful at it. And I realized that I can paint if I have something to look at, but just painting from my head, which is what I was always trying to do, doesn't work. Oh my god, it's cold. So I painted him that picture, and I painted it in about 9 hours. This was my first painting, and I don't know, I really felt like God kind of helped me paint it, because like, not that it was that great, you know what I mean, but like, I just feel like that was abnormal for me. Like, I had been drawing for like a couple of years, and painting, I feel like, is held at like a different level than drawing, because, you know, technically you can trace with drawing. Not that it's still not a talent, but anyways, so I really surprised myself when I painted it, because I was like, you know, where did this come from? I actually thought I was gonna make him, because I wanted to make him something. I knew I was gonna meet him, and I was like, I want to make him something. I was actually gonna make him like a flip book, you know, like those things from the 90s. But I was doing such a long story that it was gonna take like 20 flip books. Like, I was like, he's never ever gonna read all these. Like, there's no way. And so I decided that I was like, I want to paint. And they said it happened in like 9 hours, and it just went so smoothly, and that's just abnormal. Even I gotta take a break real quick and get some water, because it's life. Okay, this story is turning out way longer than it was supposed to, but anyways, so I was in line to meet him, and I was more towards the end, and I didn't want to be up front, you know, because I was like, I wanted to like let it last, and so I let people kind of go for me, and I was like, yeah, just go for it. I was like, oh, you're good, and I got up to meet him, and he was kind of looking the other way at first. It happened so fast that because I was giving him all this stuff, like, you don't even like necessarily notice exactly how he's reacting. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, it's all this is happening, you don't even like feel like you have the time to really like. So I go to give him the bag, and I was like, here, I have some gifts for you. And that's why I like trying to get videos of all of it, is because maybe I get too overwhelmed or something, but I can't like process or like see everything that's happening, obviously. And so it's nice to see it from somebody else's perspective. He like went to almost look at it, and then I walked past him, and so he's like, he had a twist, and it was, I don't know, it was just funny. Like, I didn't realize I did that until I watched the video, and I was just like, no. He's probably like, what the heck? I set it on the table right beside him because I wanted to make sure that he got the shirt first. He opened up the shirt real quick, and he was like, oh, no way. And he seemed to like that, and he put it back up, and I was like, but again, like I said, this is happening so fast. Like, well, I wanted to make you something as well, so I painted this painting for you, and he looks at it, he's like, what? And I don't know, he just seemed like he really liked it, and he's like, no way, and he's like, we need, and I think Carrie, she was the one that was taking all the pictures, his manager, and she's like, we need to get a picture, and he's like, no, we need to get a video. And so he started taking a video, and he's like, hey y'all, she painted this picture of Num, and I'm saying all that, and then I was like, I have a drawing too, because I brought the drawing. I decided in line that I was going to get him to sign it because it was just going too fast, and I was like, I don't want to ask, I don't want to like buck the system too much. And so my mom was holding it, and I was like, wait, do you want to see the drawing too? And so I pulled it out while he was like taking videos and stuff, and he was like, oh, you made me look better than I actually do, and I was like, no, it's not true.
Oh, sure. She drew this from my music video. It's an actual painting, y'all. This is crazy. Wow, look at it. You made me look better than I am.
No.
Wow. That's true.
But yeah, and then he asked for my name, and I did it, and he spelled it on his little story, and he got it almost perfect. Like, it was one letter off. So perfect, and nobody does that. Like,
that's seriously so cool. Now, what was your name?
Kaylin.
Kaylin.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Kaylin. Kaylin drew this, y'all, from Num. If you've seen the music video of Num, there it is. Check it out. You'll see that. It looks real. It looks like...
That was cool. And then I made him give me a hug. Because not everybody was giving him hugs, but I was like, I want a hug. And so I gave him a hug. He said thank you again, and we got a picture, which... It wasn't his fault, but like most of mine were awful. I got one that I was like, yeah, this is kind of cute. And then Carrie was like, well, do you want to get like your mom in there? And she was like, no, I don't want to get in there. And then David was like, no, come on. And so we all got a picture. And so yeah, after we got our pictures, I went to kind of like grab the picture of the drawing from Carrie, 'cause she was holding it. She kind of looked at me, and I was like, you know, I didn't like say anything, but I was like, you know, can I have the picture? And she's like, oh no, I want to get him to sign it. And so I was like, okay. And yeah, after that we left, and we had to go out of the room again, and we went back into the room like where the tables and everything are set up to like his merchandise. And I bought a CD and a sticker, the little pig. Oh, I bought the keychain. Yeah, I bought the CD. I was like, you know, I already have it on my phone, but I'm a little old school. I like to have the physical copy. After that, we got to go back in, and we sat down, and we sat with some really nice girls. But they were really nice, and it was nice to like, you know, sit with somebody that I could like relate to and stuff. Okay, I don't know if this is going to keep recording, it keeps messing up, but they were telling us some of the stories because she had lived in Utah back when he was on American Idol. Anyways, so that was really cool, and the place had wine, and it was kind of funny at first because the guy kept like giving us like the whole spiel of like what wine they had, and I let him go through the whole thing, and I was like, we don't drink. And he was like, oh, okay. But we got chocolate cake, which is really good. But I think that's most of everything. David was great, he always is. It was my favorite show so far, I think, and it was really good. And after that, we went home, and I looked at all the videos again, and then like, anyways, I got to looking at all the pictures yesterday, and I realized just how blessed I am and how much I don't deserve it, and how amazing God is to bless me so much. And I want to say thank you to David for the advice, because it touched my heart, and I took it, and I can't wait to put it to good use.
you've given me. Come to find it's not all
But there have been, you know, in the past, there were some really controlling people in my life, and made me feel a little less than valued. Like what I had to say didn't matter. Basically, a lot of people would tell me to shut up and sing. Just shut up and sing. That's what you're good at. Just shut up and sing. And a lot of times people, you know, so many voices out there in the world telling you what you should be and what you should not be. And so I just said, you know what? When I went on my mission, I told you I felt like I found my voice. That what I had to say actually did matter. That was a huge lesson, huge eye opener for me. And so when I came back, you know, this song originally I called it "People Pleaser," because I'm a people pleaser, and I just, you know, sometimes it gets you in some thick mud, you know, when trying to please everybody, because you can't please everybody, you know. And so it was time to just say, you know what, I'm putting my foot down, and I feel like I know where I want to take my life. I feel like I know the direction where I want to be, where I want to be a better version of me. Like, I just don't know. I guess because he was the biggest thing at that time, you know, they just wanted me to be whatever sold a lot. But I was like, man, you know, I'm definitely not going to be happy if I keep trying to be him, because Chris is Chris. And David's David, you know, and I've got to be David. But another time when I was making my second album, I'm going to go into a song, I promise you. It's gonna be I was making that album, The Other Side of Down, and while I was making it, the record label was saying, we need more love songs. More love songs, that's what sells, that's what's hot right now. We need more of those. I'm like, okay. And so they sent me these love songs, and they'd be like, oh, Shody, why'd you leave me? I cheated on you, kind of stuff. I'm like, really? Oh man. I was like, I don't think those are love songs, you know. And they said, well, this is what's hot right now. You want your music to sell, don't you? You want to be heard, don't you? Then you need to sing this kind of music. Statistics show that this is the kind of music people.
I'm just a stranger on a street that's crowded. 1,000 faces talking noise to me.